So are you tired of taking out the data from the invoices that you receive and creating a record in Google Sheets manually? Then this video is definitely for you. In this video, we are going to learn that how you can extract the data from your invoices and automatically create a record in your Google Sheets using an amazing AI agent. Over here, what is going to happen that as soon as you're going to upload your invoice file in your Google Drive folder, automatic and AI is going to extract the details from the file that has been uploaded in the folder. As now the data is extracted, I am going to add the details in my Google Sheets, that too without you lifting up your finger. For that, simply we need to build a connection between Google Drive, OpenAI and Google Sheets without any coding and programming skills using this amazing software that is Pabbly Connect. So now if you want to learn the entire process of how you can build this connection step by step, for that I'm going to take you towards my screen. Welcome to my screen. So first of all, let me show you how this amazing automation is going to work in real time, okay? So now over here, this is what my Google Drive folder on which I'm going to upload all my invoice documents, okay? So let me upload a new file right here. So this is an invoice that I have received from the XYZ business. So I'll open this invoice and you can see I've uploaded the invoice over here in this folder in my Google Drive. As now this invoice has been uploaded, let me show you some of the details that is inside this document. The name is XYZ business, address is 11 New Road, Bhopal, India. This is the code. Okay, the item is laptop. This business is asking for 60 laptops. Per unit price is 50,000. Total is 30 lakhs. You can see this is the total right over here. Okay, the date is also written. This is the invoice number. You can see 2025-3 with all the other details. Okay. So as I have entered this invoice in this Google Drive folder, I'm going to open my Google Sheets and refresh the spreadsheet from here. And you can see right over here, the record is automatically created in my Google Sheets of the invoice that we have uploaded on our Google Drive folder. This is the number 2025-3, the date, business name was XYZ business. This was the address 11 New Road, Bhopal, India with the pin code. Item number 1. You can see the item name is laptop. Quantity is 60. The unit price was 50,000. Amount is 30 lakhs and the total is 30 lakhs. Okay. So as now the data was extracted out of this invoice and is created as a record in Google Sheets. So this is how this amazing automation is going to work in real time. And now let us build a connection between all of these applications without need of any coding and programming skills using Pabbly Connect. On a new tab, what you need to do is browse the website of Pabbly Connect. That is www.pabbly.com/connect. And after you browse the website, you will see Pabbly Connect's landing page is going to appear in front of you. Now, before we create this amazing automation, I want to let you know about Pabbly Community. Pabbly Community is a space where you can find real-time updates on Pabbly. In this space, you can get help not just from my team members but also the fellow users. Over here, you can ask your questions, share your feedbacks, and find amazing automation tips for your business. So go ahead and join our Pabbly Community today itself. For that, you will find the link of our community in the description section below. Okay. So now what we're going to do is on the landing page, you will find two options, that is sign in or sign up for free. If you're an existing user like I am, directly sign in, but if you're a new user, sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month to explore more features of Pabbly Connect. After signing in, you can see the all Pabbly app section where you will see all the applications. As I want to use Pabbly Connect, I will click on this access now button. Then you can see the Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear. Now to create a new automation, click on this create workflow button. I will select the new beta method version from here because it's more modern, faster and flexible. But if you want more stable and familiar approach, select the classic version. Okay. Firstly, we need to rename our workflow. So for the name of my workflow over here, I'm going to give it as extract data from invoices for accounting with AI. Okay. So this is the name of my workflow. For the folder, these are the folders from which I'm going to select the workflows folder. You can create create your own folder from this plus button, and then simply click on this create button and a workflow is going to be created. Inside Pabbly Connect workflows, there are two major steps: trigger and action. Trigger gives the commands, action follows them simultaneously. That is why there is only one trigger but multiple action. I'm going to set up my trigger step, in which for my trigger application, I will select over here as what? Google Drive. I want that as soon as a new file, the invoice is going to be uploaded in my Google Drive folder, automatically this trigger should capture the response of that. Event is going to be new file in specific folder. Then click on this connect button. Over here you can select the existing connection from before, but I'm going to add a new one. For that, click on the sign in with Google button. Then it is asking for us to choose an account that we want to connect to Pabbly Connect. This is the account I'm going to move forward. Then it is asking for the permission for the account, for which I'm going to click on this allow button, as this is a safe process and my data is completely safe with Pabbly Connect. Okay. Now firstly it is asking for us to select a folder that we want to connect to Pabbly Connect, and we want that as soon as we're going to upload any file in that specific folder, automatically this trigger should capture the response of that. For that, I've created a folder in the name of Invoice Docs. Now remember to make this folder that you're selecting in Pabbly Connect's workflow should be public and accessible to everyone, as we're going to give this file that we are going to upload to our AI agent, and our AI should have the access to download that document. For sharing, simply click on the name. Over here, go to the share option, select the share option right over here, and to make it accessible, select the option that is anyone with the link, and the folder is going to be easily accessible to everyone. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, for the folder, I will search over here for Invoice Docs. So I'm going to search this folder from here, and then simply you need to click on the save and send test request button. As soon as you're going to click on the button, the last file that was uploaded in this folder is going to be captured in the response. So before doing that, I will upload a new invoice over here in this folder. So I have an invoice for this AA company, so I'm going to upload this invoice right here. As soon as I've done that, the invoice, that is AA company's invoice, has been uploaded. Over here you can see it's AA company. The address is 123 Old Town, Indore, India, with the pin code. You can see this the invoice number, that is 2025-4, that this is the date right over here. It is for tablet, quantity 150, price of 15,000, the 22,50,000. You can see the total is 22,50,000. Okay, as soon as I've uploaded this invoice right over here, now I will click on this save and send test request button, and you can see right here the response has been captured. Okay, in this response we have received the link of this document as well, which I'll show you right now. So this is the link. I will open it on a new tab right here. A document is downloaded, and this is the same invoice. Okay, so now as we have the link over here on our response, our trigger, this means Google Drive is connected to Pabbly Connect. Now Google Drive is a polling based application. You can see next to it says the trigger will check for new data in 10 minutes. So now what is going to happen, Google Drive is going to send the new data to Pabbly Connect in every 10 minutes duration. So if you're going to upload a new document invoice right over here in your Google Drive folder, it will take 10 minutes to send the data to Pabbly Connect. Now if you want to make changes in this time, simply right click right here, click on the set trigger time option. You will see the drop down. The minimum time is 10 minutes to the maximum being 24 hours. You can set the trigger time according to your requirement. Okay, now I'm going to send this file to whom? My AI agent, and I'm using OpenAI for my AI. Okay, so I will add an action step, in which from action application I will select over here as OpenAI. Event is going to be what? It is going to be extract content from PDF and image. Now we'll extract the content from the PDF file. Okay, if you want, you can select the existing connection from before. I will add a new one. Now it is asking for the token. To have the token, go to this hyperlink. You will land towards the API keys page of your OpenAI account right here. So now you land towards the API keys section. To create a new API key, click on this create button. For the name over here, let's suppose I'm going to give it as new key 6. Okay, so now after naming the key project as default, permissions, give all the permissions, click on this create button, and as soon as I will do that, the key is created. I'm going to copy it, paste it right over here, click on the save button. Okay, this is how you connect your OpenAI account to Pabbly Connect. After connecting, firstly for the model, I will select GPT GPT-4 Mini. If you want to use any other model, you can definitely select it according to your requirement. It is asking for the PDF URL that we have received in this previous step. So now we're going to get the data from this previous step into our action right over here. For that, we'll map the data. Simply click on this field. Previous step is going to appear. Click on it. Okay. I'm going to search for what? The URL. So let me search for the URL right over here. So this is the URL, that is the web content link. You will find two links, web content link and web view link. You need to use the content link only. Okay. So I'm going to select the data of the web content link from my previous response. As I've selected the data from my previous response right here, this data has been mapped. And as I've mapped this data, the data has now become dynamic. That means now whenever a new response is going to be captured in this previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data. Next, we have to enter a prompt using which this AI is going to extract the content out of this PDF over here and we'll receive the response. So in the prompt, we need to mention all the fields data that we want. So for the prompt over here, I'm going to write it as, so this is the prompt I have: extract the following fields from the document strictly and accurately: invoice number, invoice date, buyer name, buyer address, item number, item name, quantity, unit price, amount, total amount. Do not include any other information. Okay, so this is my prompt in which I mentioned all the fields that I want to be extracted from this PDF document. Now over here, I want a structured data. I don't want all the extracted data into a clubbed answer. I want all the answer in a JSON format. For that, we have this amazing feature, that is what structured output, using which we can get the data over here in the response in a JSON format. Now for entering that, we have to generate a JSON schema. Now how can you generate a JSON schema? So firstly, what I'll do is I'm going to save this step right here. After it's saved successfully, I'm going to add an action step. In this action application, I will use OpenAI again. Now the event is going to be what? It is going to be generate structured JSON schema. Now let us generate a schema from this workflow itself. Now over here you can add a new connection again, but I'm going to select the existing connection from before. Click on the save button. Okay. Now it is asking for the prompt. In this prompt, we have to mention all the fields that we want. So now it is asking for the prompt. Using this prompt, the JSON schema is going to be generated. In the JSON schema, now what we are going to do is, for the prompt, we have to first write the field name. So firstly, what I want is invoice number. Okay, so I'm going to write over here as invoice number. Okay, so now what is invoice number? It's a type of numeric. So I'm writing over here type of numeric. Okay, so now I have to describe what is this invoice number. So let's suppose you can write over here unique number ID, like that. Okay, so now in this manner, you have to enter first the field name, type, and the description of that field of what it is. Okay, so I'm going to write all the field name, all the types and its descriptions on this prompt right here. So you can see I've entered all the fields: invoice number, type of text, the description, invoice date, type of date. You can see according to all the types, I've entered all the types right over here. Okay, so now as I've entered the prompt, now let us generate the JSON schema. So I'm going to click on the save and send test request button, but you will find the JSON schema is generated, but it is not in the format I want. We should capture the response in advanced format to map the schema further. So what I'll do is I'm going to toggle this simple button response off and again click on the save and send test request button to capture the response of the advanced format. Okay, so as I'm going to do that, within few seconds you can see the structured JSON schema has been generated. I'll simply copy this from here and paste over here in this further step right here, that is the structured output. Okay, and then simply click on this save and send test request button and extract the data out of this URL. Now you will see the magic of how this structured output JSON schema is going to give us the response in a JSON format. Okay, so you should also use this amazing JSON schema format right over here. Okay, as I've done that, you can see the response has been captured. The invoice number is INB 2025-4. This is the date. Company was AA Company. You can see the address is 123 Old Town. Item number 1. Name is tablet. You can see quantity is 150. Unit price is 15,000. Total is 22,50,000. Okay. So as now the response has been captured over here, this means now we have extracted the data. Now let us add this data as a record in our Google Sheets. For that, simply I'm going to add an action step in which from action application, I'm going to select over here as Google Sheets, and action event is going to be add new row. Click on this connect button. You can select the existing connection from before, or you can add a new one as well. I'm going to select the existing connection from before and click on the save button. You can create the same connection as I've created for the Google Drive. Okay, for the spreadsheet, I will select in the name of invoice details, and the sheet is going to be a single sheet in the name of sheet 1. Okay, now it is asking for invoice number, for which I am going to map the date of the invoice number. In the similar manner, I am going to map the date of the date, buyer's name, and everything right over here. Okay, so let me map the data right here. So you can see right over here, I have mapped all the details. Okay, I've entered the rupees sign in front of the amounts. Okay, and then simply I'm going to click on this save and send test request button. I have received this response, that is a positive response. And in my Google Sheets, you will find the response has been created as a record. This is the same invoice number. You will see right over here the date, company was a company, address is also right here, item number is 1, item name is tablet, quantity is 150, unit price 15,000, the total is 22,50,000, and the grand total is also 22,50,000. Okay, so as now the record has been created, this means this amazing automation has now been created. As now we have copied the JSON schema and added in the step, I will delete this step from here. Okay, so it is not a required step, so I'm going to simply delete it. So as now the invoice data has been created as a record automatically in my Google Sheets, this means this automation is now been successfully created to extract the data from invoice, PDF, and directly add in Google Sheets as a record using AI. Okay, so this is how you create this amazing automation using Pabbly Connect, that too without need of any coding and programming skills. Now if you have any questions or doubts related to this workflow that I have created in this video, you can ask us all the questions in the comment section and I will reply to you as soon as possible. Now if you want to use this workflow or the prompt that I've entered right over here for your business as well, you will find the link of the workflow in the description section below. So this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubts, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask us queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button down there.